Grandkids and Pony Day, and Pony's been out in the pasture eating, getting fat. Probably hadn't been ridden for a month, and maybe the last time it got ridden, it got to do whatever it wanted to do. So now you've got this little bitty fire-breathing dragon of an animal that you're going to put your grandkids on, and so we're going to deal with that a little bit. I'd like to point out something here. It's been brought to my attention that some people think that the flag is the problem when it comes to working horses. They think that this is creating problems. I want to explain to it as clearly as I can that the flag is not the problem. The user of the flag might be the problem, but the flag is not the problem. And I guess if you think the flag is a problem, you're making the choice to use your own body as the flag when you get on one of these things that are trying to buck you off or run off with you. The flag is simply, to me, nothing more than an extension of my hand. And I don't know about you all, but if I was asked to run from this spot to this spot, which is about a 12, 15 foot stretch, there ain't a horse here that can't outrun me in that distance. But I can take that flag from there to there, and I can outrun every horse in this barn. So all I'm doing is using this flag as an tool to extend my hand so that I can have the advantage, so that I can read my horse and I can do what is necessary when it's necessary, so that on the other side the horse comes out better. Okay, so do you need a flag all the time? No. But when you got these things that are blowing and snorting and trying to jump out from under everything that comes around, you better have a flag with you, and you better learn how to use it, because this is a valuable tool. So that's enough of my lecture about the flag. I'm never going to mention it again, but I don't want you all to mention it again either. The flag is not the problem. Okay. So we got this little pony, and this pony is fresh, and grandkids was going to, try to do something with her, and she wanted to jump a little bit, and so we're just going to do the essential groundwork. We're going to send her forward and see how tight she got right there. Now, you see, I came from behind that shoulder to in front of it, and I stopped her with the flag, and send her along here. She ran through the flag, ran off with the grandkid right there. So I'm moving the hind end now, forward. We're going to come around. She tried to run over me. We're going to go forward, move that hip, move the front end. You see that change that happened right there. Now, all I was doing was sending that pony left and right, stopping, changing direction, moving the front end, moving the hind end. All exercises that are in the essential groundwork. Now, there was a change that happened in that pony, because I kept her feet moving, I blocked her, I kept her feet moving, and then when that change came, I quit. See, the pony said, Uncle. And when the pony said uncle, then we can go back to work with a little better attitude. Move that hip. She got tight again right there. It was a change in the wrong direction. Move the hip. Just move the front end back through. Just move the hip. Just move the front end back through. Just move the front end back through. Move that hip. Move the front end back through. Just stop her. Just stop her. Give her a minute. There's the almighty arrival sign of licking and chewing. It is a good sign, don't get me wrong, but it's not the end-all sign. Horses do that when they have felt a release. Where'd the release happen? The release happened between her ears, inside her mind. She said, it's better to be quiet than it is to be up and try to dance around. So when this animal has chosen to be quiet, I need to recognize it so that I can get quiet for her. I can feel for her what she's feeling on the inside. And when the attitude is good, then she needs to be okay. If they've had a little bit of trouble finding out where that good spot is, that's okay. I don't mind that. But when they do get in that spot, I'll take this whatever I've got in my hand and I'll just draw their outline all the way around, and I'm touching blind spots. What the significance behind that is if she can trust me to know that I can touch her in places she can't see and she doesn't get hurt, her trust in me is going to build. So basically what I'm doing is I'm moving her to establish respect, and I'm allowing her this freedom to establish more trust, because we don't want to compromise trust in our correction process. We're not going to correct and correct and correct till they don't trust us anymore. We're going to get to the bottom of a correction. In other words, I'm not going to give him a grandma's paddle and tell her bad girl or whatever, and then let her keep acting like a fool. I'm going to get all the way to the bottom of it until she decides to act like a decent little animal, which she is. She is a nice pony. But if the humans around them don't learn how to establish boundaries clearly and how to use them effectively, how can the animal, it's not up to them to decide this, you know, it's up to us. So let's get that pony moving around. Now then, when she's better, still not quite as good as I'd like to see her. And this saddle is a little big for this pony, and that back cinch maybe is back a little further than it need to be, so rather than have it tight, I'm going to just loosen it up so it can hang a little better. If you get your back cinch back in here, you know you're going to have a bronc on your hands. So let's just let her walk around here and let everything be okay. Still a little bit too tight, a little bit too bothered, so I'm going to let her see this flag on the left side like if it was somebody's leg there, and then I'm going to let her see this flag on the right side like somebody's leg there. We need to keep going forward. I'm going to bring that flag back over here, bring that flag back over here, move that hind end around, just move the front end around. Just move that hind end around. Still too bothered, too much energy. It's okay. So let's expose her to the energy up here. That kid was a hand, see? That kid stayed right there until things got quiet. Now, this is the kid I'm talking about right here. Now then, we've got something working. Okay, Harley, you ready to ride?